Welcome back to Media Mesh, where I give you my unapologetic opinion about everything from music, movies, news, reality TV, and so much more as we go down a rabbit hole. And this is your home for the intelligent dissection of social media. I have a clip for you guys I want to share with you. I think this is relatively eye-opening. Okay, now if you're new to the channel, stick around, check out the playlist. I have a myriad of videos. I have some funny videos, and then I have some serious videos. Today is going to fall in the category of semi-serious, and I'm not even going to say semi-serious. It's pretty serious. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I think it is important for us to really kind of consider the impact of being indifferent when it comes to the plight of other people. Okay, so I imagine I don't have a big channel, obviously. So, for those who do subscribe, number one, thank you. Appreciate you. And check out the merch. Pretty cool shirts going on out there. But I think this is a good place for us to have a discussion. We can see there are those in this world and in this country that would want us divided. And I think is when we're able to really look at the situation for what it is when it comes to race relations. I think if we get a better understanding for each other, we should be able to do better as a people. Okay, so you're gonna hear what this woman has to say. I want to hear what you have to say in the comments. And remember, if you're going to comment, make sure it's an intelligent comment. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to bring people together, not divide. So let's listen to what she has to say, and you give me your thoughts. Let's go.
The only reason that white people in the United States or anywhere we are, in Europe, in Africa, in Australia, in Israel, wherever we are the colonizers. We are the colonizers, and we live off the expense of the assault, Europe's assault on Africa, the kidnapping of African human beings, the trafficking, all of these things that we hear today. This is where it came from. Hundreds of years of assaulting and stealing everything that African people and Africa as a continent had and putting it into the hands of white people. And so this is why, as the chairman has said, the true class struggle, the true working class in the world is the African and colonized working class, not white people, because all white people, and you know this is true. You and I know this is true by just living our lives and seeing it. All white people sit on the pedestal on the backs of African and indigenous people. And, the statistics are that even poor white people have an easier ability in a crisis to raise $3,000 in an emergency than middle-class African people do. Because we live in social wealth. We live with the wealth surrounding.
All right, so let's examine that. Does she have a point? And she used a term that I have not heard in a while, and she's referring to social wealth. Now, for YouTube and anyone else listening, this is not race baiting. This is not, again, to create any type of divide. This is so that we can have an open, honest discussion, right? Because the last thing we need is a civil WAR. I figure I'll say it that way. If we become empathetic to what other folks are having to experience here in America, we're going to be able to hopefully put those differences aside, which there are really no differences at the end of the day because we're people, right? But we have been taught to fight against each other. This is the words from this woman. Now she is able to look at it, with an open mind. Far too many people are comfortable not addressing it or turning the other way or making ignorant remarks in the comments. Oh, you should get past it. That was 400 years ago. Yeah, 400 years of oppression, 400 years a head start. Okay, so at this point, what can we do? We can try to figure out how we can make things right. That is the goal. But it's like, that's not the purpose of the powers that be. They don't want us to come together. They want us to be arguing back and forth. And for those who look like her, they want you guys to get infuriated when the subject is brought up. They want you to continue to turn a blind eye and to remain indifferent until it comes to a head. And then the elite are going to be laughing at all of us. That's the gag, right? So, yeah, as she mentioned, you have some poor YT people, we'll call them, who can come up with $3,000 in the time of a crisis a lot faster than some black folk. But at the end of the day, if you understood that they don't care no more about you as they do black people, when it all comes down to it, then I think your tune would change. This crisis that's taken place, that has taken place and now is making a resurgence. I'll let you figure out what I'm referring to. But it's coming back with a vengeance, though it's not going to be televised this time. That's going to affect everybody. But even if you think about that for a second, there was a difference even in the jab. Now, what is that? Yeah, if there was a clip where you see a woman of color, if you want to call it that, and I don't know what to say these days, but she had put down that she was YT. She went to go get the jab, and the woman told her she couldn't get it because she wasn't YT. Now, if you are under the impression that all things were equal, especially when it comes to something like that, why wouldn't she be able to get the jab? What sense does that make? If there wasn't actually a difference. There's a difference even in poison. Wow, that's deep. So folks, we got to really think about this. We have to put these differences aside. Like I said, we don't need to be fighting against each other at this point in time. A lot of things have taken place in this world and we need to come together as one. So listen to what she has to say and be honest with yourself. All right. Does she have a point? Let's explore this together. Let's talk about it in the comments intelligently. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. Peace and blessings.